Let's go.
Yes, sir.
You are here and now with Brandon and Joe. I'm Joe.
And I'm Brandon.
Check. You can hear me.
All right, we're live, bro.
Oh, shit.
Here we go, number 23.
You are here and now with Brandon and Joe. I'm Joe.
And I'm Brandon.
And this is Here and Now, episode 23,
23, baby.
Let's go. We on our old stomping grounds, our
Yes,
favorite
sir.
spot.
Yeah, down my rooftops. You can
Yes,
always find us here.
Low key. Can't tell anybody where it's at, but it's on Delmar.
Nah, it's a good spot, though, guys.
If you figure it out, let us know.
Feels amazing out here, actually.
Yes, sir. I love doing outside episodes. It's one thing I realized.
Dude, I love doing episodes just traveling anywhere. Like doing it in the barbershop was cool.
Yeah.
Doing it at Adams was cool.
Yeah.
This might be the coolest one.
Yeah, this is dope, dude. Just look around. Take it in. We need to figure out how to get on, like, those rooftops. But we'll get
Damn,
there.
this nicotine is stronger than a motherfucker.
Hang on, I gotta... Okay. All right,
It's
dude.
strong, bro.
Yeah, it is strong. But I've gotten used to it. You ain't
Not
used
for
to
me.
it?
Not for me. I went back to the toothpicks, the little 2 milligram, 3 milligram ones. This is only 2 milligrams, but it burns.
Yeah. It's tough.
It burns.
It does. It feels good, though, yeah?
It feels good.
Feels
Yeah, we
good.
get some creative ideas
Yeah, all of our best ideas have came from
nicotine. Because it's like a rush. I don't know if you guys ever had nicotine before, but without the tobacco and all that shit,
Yeah, fuck tobacco.
it gets you going.
Just the
man.
nicotine pouches.
Get you going.
Just the nicotine pouches. It opens up your brain.
Yeah, it gives you that boost. Not like ammonia.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't do it quite like ammonia.
Damn, I should have brought the ammonia.
You don't have it?
No, but the nicotine is longer lasting
Oh yeah.
because it's like a slower, gradual build up.
But if you hold it in too long, it could make you nauseous. Like I did some last night, man. It fucked my day up.
What? Some nicotine?
Nicotine.
Really?
Yeah, because so we had our sister come in town randomly.
Yeah, shouts out Kristen.
Yeah, shouts out to her. Shouts out to our nieces.
Nieces, yeah.
But yeah, they came in randomly, and it was always nice to see the family. They drove in from Florida, 12 hours for like 2 days. That's how much they love us.
Yeah.
So shouts out to them. But no, it was a good time. It was a good time until I threw that nicotine in. And it fucked up
Oh
my
yeah,
day.
you did it at the pizza spot.
At
You
the
gave me
pizza
one
spot.
too.
Yeah. It was intense. Sometimes it hits harder than others.
Yeah.
But
It does. It kind of burns your gums too. Like I got it tucked up in my gum right here.
Yeah.
Fucking kind of burns.
So one thing I've been getting into lately is kratom.
Yeah.
And it's like a plant. I think it's a coffee plant. Don't quote me on this because I don't really know too much about it. I just do it. But I've been experimenting with it, and it's kind of wild, bro.
Yeah. I still
Like-
gotta try it. I haven't tried it
Yeah,
yet.
you're gonna try some today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the girl said only take 2. I took 10 the first time.
Well, I thought you said 5. They say take 5 on the package.
All right, it says 5 on the package. The girl told me 2 since it was my first time, and I said,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm gonna do 5. Because I
Yeah.
remember Adam talking about
Shouts
popping
out.
10, and
Yeah.
that's how he feels it because he didn't feel it when he popped 5.
Yeah. I've always heard people talking about it, dude. I remember, dude, back when I was working at, back when I was like years ago, probably like 5-6 years ago, I remember listening to podcasts where they were talking about it, and they were talking about making it illegal back then,
Yeah.
or they were pushing to try to
Yeah.
make it illegal.
I think in 4 states it's illegal.
No shit.
Yeah. But sometimes I can see why.
Yeah.
I can see why. The first time I did it, like I got hot. Like
Because
it
it
was
could
like
put Big Pharma out of business. You think that's why?
probably.
Not out of business,
Probably.
obviously, but
Because I did my research and like no one's really died off kratom. I mean, people have overdosed on kratom, but it's like the combination of alcohol and like mixing things with kratom. Obviously, you know, you're not going to want to do like 25 grams of kratom. It sounds stupid.
yeah.
But you always get that one idiot out there that kind of screws it up for everybody, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's cool though. It's cool. They got like 25 strands, and you can get it at your local CBD shop. But the other day I made a song in 15 minutes, and I thought it was fire off of it. You know, it's just a big mood lift. You know, but they got
Yeah.
all different type of strands, man. It's pretty cool.
And it comes from a plant, right?
Comes from a plant. The kind I've been getting is from like Indonesia, but I think it's from Thailand too. But it's funny because it's illegal in Thailand where it's from.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. It's a good thing, though, man. It's got people off of opioids and off of heroin addiction. So it's a good thing. But like I said, you always get some idiots out there that kind of fuck it up for everybody.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, dude, this nicotine's definitely kicking in right now.
I'm going to throw mine back in.
Yeah, I've had mine in for about 5 minutes. Starting to get to my head. Like the head rush you get from it.
Yeah.
I was like looking around. I was like, oh, shit.
Dude, it feels amazing out here, bro. It feels amazing. What's your favorite spot in St. Louis?
What?
Huh?
My favorite spot in St. Louis. Dude, you know what? So we had the homie Luke on last episode. We took a week off, by the way. Let's just say that. We took a day off.
Tell him why.
We took one Saturday off.
Tell him why.
All right, yeah. I'll tell you why. Motherfucking COVID, that's why.
Yeah.
My
Fuck
girl
COVID.
got COVID, and so
But you didn't get
we
it.
were with her parents.
You didn't get it.
No, we were with her parents on Easter, and her parents tested positive because they were one of her mom's coworkers tested positive, so she went and got tested, ended up testing positive. So we're like, shit, we were around them on Easter, so let's go get tested on my girl's birthday too. So we go get tested, get a rapid test. Mine comes back negative, thank God. You know, I was like, I was joking. I texted mom. I was like, I was like, the nurse said I'm positive, and then. Yeah, whatever. I was just fucking with my mom. I don't know where I was going with that. And then so I texted Gabby too. I was like, shit, she said I was positive, you know, just fucking with her. And then I told her I was just joking. And then she says she tested negative. And I was like, yeah, right, you liar. And then she sends me a picture of the test results. I was like, fuck. And then it's weird, dude.
Wait, she got tested before you?
No, we got tested at the same time.
Okay.
We both went in. She actually went in before me, and somehow they got me in way faster. But yeah, so I got in and got out. I was waiting in the car for her, and then she told me she tested positive. And then, so, dude, it's funny how the mind works, though, because I was feeling good. You know, it's my girl's birthday. We're trying to celebrate. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze, dude. I got allergies.
Sure it ain't COVID?
It's not COVID. So it's funny how the mind works, though, dude, because I was feeling all good, like, you know, just trying to celebrate my girl's birthday with her. And then all of a sudden we get a text saying her mom tested positive. I was like, shit, maybe I'm sick. Like, fuck, I start to feel a little scratchy in my throat. And then I go get tested, it comes back negative. I'm like, yeah, I feel good. I feel good as fuck. And then my girl tests positive. I'm like, fuck, maybe I do got it too. You know, my throat's a little scratchy.
Yeah, because the day you guys found out, like, you reached out to us and let us know.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck, now we got to get tested. Because we were around each other, like, a few days before, like, on Easter.
Yeah. But my girl, she didn't feel any symptoms. But it is weird. Like, as soon as she found out, that's all of a sudden when she started feeling like she had a cough and all that.
But dude, I did the same thing.
I know.
Because I even told Tori, like, we were heading towards the urgent care to get tested, and I was like, you know what? Like, I am starting to feel sick.
Yeah. And
then we get there, test comes back negative, and I'm like,
and you feel good.
I feel good.
Yeah.
It's a placebo thing, man.
But I still quarantined with her just in case. I wanted to be responsible, you know. And fresh out of quarantine. I mean, this was at least 10 days ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's good to even go, but they said she can go back to work Monday.
But how weird is that? Like, you can live with somebody
and
one person can have it and the other person don't get it.
Dude, thank God for my immune system, baby, because I got a good-ass immune system, apparently. Shit. And I got the first dose of the vaccine, so I don't know if that helped or not.
Yeah.
I haven't got my second shot yet, but...
But didn't her parents get both shots?
Yeah.
And they still got COVID?
Yeah. So the doctor told me that you could still get it up to 2 weeks after getting your second dose of the shot. So, I don't know.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Like, I even think, like... So with that Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier fight coming up... I think it's full capacity arena. I think they're opening up the arenas again.
The first one that's like full capacity.
Yeah, I think what's that, July?
Yeah, I think so.
I think things are coming back.
Yeah,
that's great.
Well, shit, dude, shit has been feeling pretty normal lately. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just been so long since like the actual lockdown of quarantine. Which this is where I was during quarantine in one of these apartment units.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a year, man. Sometimes it still blows my mind how fast 2020 went by. Isn't that crazy?
So fast, dude.
But that's old news.
It's old news. That's in the past, bro.
In the past. We're looking future.
Past.
We're on a winning streak.
We're on a winning streak,
Should we reveal what our plans are, bro?
Let's throw it out there, man. Let's throw it out there.
We believe in manifesting, so we also believe in, like, if we put things out there, it's likely to happen more.
Yeah, maybe one of you guys could help us out, to be honest.
All right, so as you know, we've been traveling a lot for this podcast, going to
Yes,
different
sir.
locations.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's kind of became our thing. Thanks to the nicotine too, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what inspired this
Yeah.
idea. But yeah, we've been traveling around, so we're like, fuck it, dude, let's make that our thing. So we're a traveling podcast now, and we're looking for an RV.
Yeah, not a big ass one.
An RV
Looking for a
or
medium-sized
bus
RV.
or a van even, but
Yeah.
something that we could set up like how we are now, like setting up the podcast. And,
Yeah.
and we'll pull up to people. Like we'll pull up on you, and if we ask you to be a guest, you have no excuse. So,
Yeah.
but that's the thing, man. Scenery. Like we like
Yeah.
seeing new scenery.
And it would be cool, like, if we had a driver and we could be like literally traveling podcast,
driving
you
while
know?
we're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna be, as far as I know, the first ones to do it like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sure
just-
there's other people out there doing it, but I don't see it. So,
Yeah.
but that's gonna be cool, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool. So yeah, if you guys can, if you guys have an RV for sale, you wanna, throw it our way.
Yeah. We're looking
We'll buy it.
for smaller one, class A. Class C, class B. Shit, small one.
Small one,
We're looking for
medium
a small
size,
one.
small.
Medium to small. We don't want nothing too big that we can't like park it or nothing. We want something that we can maneuver around. But yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Manifest it. So if anybody out there selling an RV, knows somebody selling an RV, let's go. Let's get it. What's new, bro?
What's new? What's new? What's new? What's new?
Maybe we'll keep our other shit that we got planned under wraps, though. We got some
Yeah,
other
we
stuff
can't release
planned.
everything,
yeah, but big things are gonna happen with this podcast.
But yeah, we've been trying to manifest this RV, man, because that's something very important to us.
Yeah.
To make happen soon.
Yeah, get on the
Um,
road. I mean, dude. So let's talk about. So one day, I was just on nicotine. And it was like overwhelming, dude. It was like I was on a
you were
super
on some
nicotine
shit,
high.
bro.
So I called him and I was like, bro, let's fucking sell our cars, sell all of our possessions, buy an RV, and just travel. Me, you, your girl, my girl. Let's just fucking go, dude. Let's
All
get
in one
outta
RV
here.
he wanted.
All in one RV. And then I forgot, like, he's got the pit bulls. So I was like, all right, he's got the pit bulls. We got the small dog and the cat. It's not going to work out with all 5, 6 of us or whatever.
Yeah.
So then we came up with the idea of getting our own RV. Like, let's get our own RV, our own RV, dude, and we'll fucking become vloggers, YouTubers, and shit.
Yeah.
And then my nicotine high wore down a little bit, and then I kind of like, maybe that's not the move. But then we came up with that. We're like, we went and checked out a warehouse. Actually, that was gonna be the move. We were gonna either rent an apartment here or a warehouse. So we went and looked at the homie's warehouse. And then on the way home from that, I called you and we're like, dude, let's do the fucking RV thing. Like, we love traveling. That's our thing. And then we can just pull up in any state, anywhere, and do an RV or do a podcast. We could travel in it. We could stay in it, sleep in it, whatever. And that's how it manifests. But it is weird that the nicotine led us to it. Dude, we need a nicotine sponsor, bro.
Yeah.
Which is
which-
On. This brand is called On.
On or Pixatine? Which
Either
one?
one, bro. Let's reach out.
Yeah.
Let's manifest that shit, too.
We should do. We do it every podcast.
Let's talk about, all right, dude, let's go deep then. Let's talk about manifestation.
All right, what you want to talk about?
How do you think it works?
Okay, so I think it works by internalizing the feelings that you already have accomplished it.
Mm.
So even like on when we have guests and shit, I manifest the feelings that I want to get on the podcast. Cause I don't know if you're like me, like I get a little anxious. I get anxious before every podcast that we do. So I like to internalize, like, I'm going to feel confident. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel like the best podcaster. Like that. I internalize those feelings before I even come on. Does it always work out like that?
Mm-mm.
Not all the time. Not all the time. But, yeah, I think it's gratitude and being patient and really internalizing the feelings of getting the things you want.
Mm.
Like, I'm not really a materialistic person, but let's just say I wanted a Lamborghini, right?
Yeah.
I could be in my Civic, but in my head, it's a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of manifestation,
Yeah.
is internalizing those feelings.
Yeah. I believe that so I think we're all part of the universe. You know, I think we're all like connected. Like we're the universe experiencing itself in human form. And I think when you pray, for example, like when you pray or you speak things into existence, you're literally like sending it through a stream of consciousness to the universe, and it like gifts you with the things that you ask for. You know what I mean? Like the whole saying, asking you shall receive. Like if you believe it and you see it, you know, like you were saying, you believe that you have it in front of you, it eventually will manifest. As soon as you're ready for it, it'll manifest in front of you. You know, like as soon as you're ready for a thing, it puts itself in its place.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I think it's like a stream of consciousness that goes up into the universe, and it like gifts you. You know what I'm saying? Like it like gifts you with like the thing that you're asking for. And it's like it's almost like it becomes its own like entity thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it becomes its own like being. Do you know what I'm saying? Sounds kind of weird, but how I'm trying to explain it, it sounds like it becomes outside of you. Like it starts within, as within, so without. You know, like you start within, and then you manifest it into reality. You know, I don't know what the fuck I just said.
It's that nicotine, bro. you're talking spiritual miracle type shit.
Spiritual miracle, lyrical in a swimming pool.
But dude, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
though.
it manifests into its like reality form.
Now,
you know?
how important do you think it is to be very specific on what you want?
I think it's important because
like the money thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you pray about having more money, well, here's a fucking $1. Now you have more money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think it's a very important to be like, even setting a date.
Yeah.
I think that's important too. Like, I've been trying to manifest 500 subscribers. It was 100.
Yeah.
Now it's 500 subscribers by July.
Yeah.
You know, and I manifest that like every day. Like
Yeah.
I can show you my phones. Like I've been kind of slacking on it like past 3 days, but I've been waking up, doing this Soma breathwork meditation. It's just like a video on YouTube. It's like 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out type meditation. And then after I'm done with that, I'll go into my little journal on my phone and then say, it's already done. Time just hasn't caught up yet.
Exactly.
And I kind of got that from Charlie Rocket. That dude inspired the fuck out of me.
Shouts out.
Winning Street.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. But so I've been doing that. And one thing I noticed the change that it has done for me is when I write down, like, I want to be the best podcaster, it makes me want to put in work to become the best podcaster. Not just saying it.
Yeah.
I internalize that.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to like work on how I speak, you know, work on not talking over each other, you know. It just puts that into my consciousness.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, that's another big part of it too, is action. You have to have action behind your words.
Or else it's just a wish.
Yeah. Because like, for example, probably for about 5 years, I wanted this specific camera, Sony A7R III. My homie told me about it. I was like, just right off the jump, right when he told me about it. I remember specifically where we were. It was the homie Matt, and we were at Pops. And I think we just got done performing or doing a show or whatever. Me and him were sitting up at the bar talking, and he told me about this camera. And it just clicked in my head, like, that's the fucking camera I want, man. Like, the specs about it, like, everything was perfect. And, which I don't really, you know, I don't know if I really care about all that, the specs and stuff, but just the way he was breaking it down to me, I was like, yeah, that's my camera. 5 years it took me to get that camera. Just every day I would be like looking it up and just like, man, one day I'm gonna get that. And then boom, I got it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how it works, about like time catching up to you. As soon as you're ready for it, it'll happen. Because this whole time I could have easily took out a line of credit and got it, you know? And then one day I was just like, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna open up a credit card, buy that shit, pay off that credit card, you know? Like, I could have done it all 5 of those years I was waiting for it, but something clicked. It was all like the right timing where it just made it happen and got it.
You got your camera stolen. That's
and
why.
then I got my camera. No, then I got my camera stolen, and then I upgraded to an even better version of the camera.
Oh, so the camera before is the one that you wanted.
Yeah, yeah. So for the longest time, I was
shit.
shooting on a Rebel T3i or whatever.
Yeah.
From when I started, from like 2014, I was shooting on this like beginner camera, you know. And then I got the camera that I wanted. and then it got stolen from me. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna take this opportunity for something bad happening to me, and I'm gonna come back even better.
Yeah,
So
that's
like,
that winning,
and then I-
mindset.
and then I paid that camera off quick, you
Yeah,
know. So
yeah.
it's like blessings happen to you when you first off, when you don't let the bad things stop you. You know, because life's a roller coaster, man. Life is a fucking roller coaster. I've thought that for the longest time. Like, you'll go up, 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 and then you'll go down. But just know that you're going to go back up eventually, you know? And I've always had the belief of life, there is no good without the bad.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have like those highs of like joy and like looking around and appreciating everything unless you go through the fire, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, like I think me getting Crohn's disease is one of the best shit to ever happen to me.
Yeah.
Because it made me like almost view life as a game. Because I'm like, because you know, when you get diagnosed with something that you never heard of, you think like fuck, like this could kill me. Like you don't know. It's like unknown. So it makes you think of like, it kind of teaches you not to give a fuck. And like to kind of go after the things you want.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, you know, I didn't get into music till a few years after, but it's like always something that we wanted to do. And we just fucking made it happen.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there that are just like so focused on like what society thinks you should be doing.
Yeah.
And they never hit that rock bottom to like maybe like to not give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
It's all right, dude. We
It's
all
just
know what you're
nicotine,
saying,
bro. Shit. Sometimes this shit is strong, bro.
It is strong.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes like, man, sometimes like, you know, sometimes you do need those things. Like, I think a little bit of whiskey from time to time is fine. You know, nicotine's fine. Like, sometimes you can channel like a higher self through these tools. You know what I mean? Because I swear, dude, the nicotine, I'm not like an advocate on nicotine. I mean, do what you want to do. If you want to do it, you don't want to do it. But it really does help me reach like this place that I can't get to on a sober basis. You know what I mean?
Well, I view marijuana the same way.
Yeah.
Like in a totally different way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And everything can be abused.
You just got to use things as tools. Like we were just talking about Kratom. Like that shit can be addictive.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not in control of it. Like that's the thing. Like even with drugs, like do the drugs, don't let the drugs do you.
Yeah.
And I'm not an advocate for drugs, but I believe everything in moderation can be okay.
Yeah.
I'm not talking coke and heroin. I'm not talking that shit, but you know.
Well, that's the thing too, man, is like you got to do things that help you reach your higher self, because there's things that put you at a higher frequency, and then there's things that put you at a lower frequency.
Weed does that for me sometimes. Like if I was high right now, you notice like when I'm high, like I talk a little slower.
Yeah.
I'm not as excited about things, you know.
Yeah.
But when I'm writing music, that's what I need. I need to be slowed down so I can think better.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So everything has a time and a place, and you got to view things as tools, man.
Yeah.
And even with nicotine, like I try not to do nicotine every day.
Yeah, same.
You know,
I'm the same, dude. I feel like I definitely have a good grasp on using things as tools instead of abusing them. You know,
you're better at that than me.
Yeah,
100%.
I think I have a good grasp on that.
Yeah, because
same with the nicotine. Like nicotine, they say is very addictive, but I don't need it. Like I'm not like scratching at my neck for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But there are times where I do want it. I'm like, you know what? I think I can use this right now.
Yeah. The problem with me is like sometimes like if I like a feeling, like I want to chase that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, and that could be a slippery slope.
I know that feeling too. Yeah.
Because I've even been like that with Kratom, man. I've done it the past 3 days, and I'm telling myself like only a few times a week to do these things and make it useful. Like don't do it just to get all like lazy and like just to feel good, you know. Make sure it's you're using it as a tool.
Yeah, dude. My vice lately has been whiskey, because there was like this one night where I drank some whiskey and I was like feeling good. I went on my back deck and I looked up in the sky. It was like nighttime. Everything was quiet. I was like, man, this is fucking awesome. Like this is such a good feeling. And like you said, like you've been chasing that. I've been chasing that feeling every night since then. You know, because it was like a good feeling. You know, it's like it just let me like, I don't know, just sit back and just like relax and just like appreciate
gratitude.
Everything. Yeah. But dude, that's another point though, is like talking about life, and I think about this all the time, man. Like like some people might take this as like it being dark, but it's just all perspective. Like, dude, one day we're all gonna die, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, my girl just showed me this TikTok yesterday. Shout out to TikTok. But she showed me this TikTok, and this dude was like, he had this face filter on, and he was an alien, and there was like a dude talking to an alien, and the alien was saying things like so life just ends here eventually, and the guy was like, yeah, pretty much. And he's like, so you have a short period of time. The guy was like, yeah, but people are living to be about 100 these days. And they're like, 100? It took me 100 years just to get here. I'm like, yeah, but that's long in our frame of mind. And the alien dude was like, he was like, so what do you guys do with your time? I mean, you have a short amount of time, but what do you guys do with it? And the guy was just like,
Netflix.
Yeah, he was like, oh, we just pretty much do things that we don't want to do and buy things we don't really need to impress people that don't really like us. And then the alien was like, huh? So you have a limited amount of time, and you spend that time doing things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, yeah, pretty much. But it made me think, like, man, I think about that all the time, like how life is short, and like, yeah, you should have goals and stuff, but like, man, it's so hard to break that cycle of not doing things you don't want to do, Because, like, man, like working a 9 to 5, I know just ain't for me.
Every time I clock in, I'm thinking about what you're just talking about.
Yeah, and like when I'm driving around, dude, and I'm like, man, like I don't fucking want to be doing this shit. Like I want to learn how to spend my time doing the things that I want to do, But you got to eat shit before you get there, and eventually that time will come, because I do speak that into existence all the time, and I think this podcast will help us get there, and I think other avenues of doing things that we love doing will get us there too.
Oh, yeah.
But it's definitely like you got to eat shit before you get to that point.
Yep.
You can't just like look at a big house and be like, yeah, that's going to be my first house. You got to have a shitty house, your first house, or, I mean, that's not necessarily a shitty house, but like you got to have that house you can afford before you get to that house you want. You know what I mean?
And you might have to work that 9 to 5 until something happens, you know, but you can't view it as like, this is the end all be all.
Yeah.
You got to have hope that hope and faith that things are going to happen.
Yeah.
But you got to work for it.
Yeah.
Like we think we do a lot, but we even need to do more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We could definitely like, dude, yeah, that's the thing, man, is like we talked about that on the last podcast. Actually, the homie Luke said it. He's like you got to 10 times your energy, like, and
I love that he said that, man.
Yeah.
Cause like imagine us spending 40 hours, like treating this like a full-time job.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy this and I would have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
It's just, we don't have enough time in the day.
Yeah. Speaking of 2020, to make a full circle, during that whole quarantine, man, myself and the things I love escalated like super high, I don't know, is that the right word? Escalated?
Yeah.
Yeah. It fucking went up. Boom. Like when I had all that time to myself is like really when I started creating. Like 2020 was a great year for me, like personal growth and just doing the things that I want to do, so I realized that when I get these times to myself to where I don't have to worry about any of the other bullshit is when I start to excel.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy? It went two ways. Like you could go two ways. You could like get fucked up all day, and play your video games, or it's the time to grind and make shit happen and think outside the box.
Yeah.
Because when quarantine first happened, man, like the first 2 weeks, I'm not gonna lie, I fucked off.
Oh yeah, me too.
I was eating whatever.
Yeah.
I was drinking with my girl, smoking weed all day.
Yeah.
And then that got really boring really quick.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, you could ask my girl. I was working on music every day.
Yeah. Dude,
that whole time.
Yeah. I played the most Call of Duty that I've almost played, except for one
you
summer.
You got me into it, man.
Except for one summer, like way back in the day where we spent the whole summer playing video games.
Oh, yeah.
But
right after,
way
high
back
school
in the day,
shit.
yeah. But during quarantine was like one of the biggest times I played Call of Duty. It was fun as fuck though, dude. That shit was fun.
Yeah.
But I would drink like a vodka tonic, eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and play Call of Duty. That was my shit until like 2 a.m. every day.
Yeah. We even came up
Shit
here
was
and worked
fun.
out.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing too. Like I had to get creative with working out.
Yeah.
Like I remember squatting my dog.
Yeah.
He's like a 75-pound dog, and I would just squat him, do walking lunges with him.
Yeah.
Like you got to really get creative.
Yeah.
That's why I love times like that. Like it really makes or breaks people.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to see.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude. I remember we had bottles of water, and I was putting bottles of water in plastic bags and using them as curls
Yeah.
and shit. And I could adjust the weight by taking bottles out or putting bottles in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what inspired me to like go after like personal training, but at the same time, like once I went back to work, it kind of switched my gears
Yeah.
and made me realize like, no, I need to focus on doing something that I absolutely love and absolutely have full passion about.
Yeah.
And that's creating, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
I love creating, whether it be music, like shit, man. I would like to even write short films. Like me and you have always kind of talked about doing that.
Yeah.
Because we kind of did that with our like the ATM music video.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that made me realize like we could actually do some dope short films and we could do some dope shit, period.
Yeah. We definitely that was like that was definitely like a movie, you know, like a short little script, you know, like that was, and we wrote that. We sat down and we wrote that pen to paper. And then dude, that just clicked in my head too, because what really made it come together was the homie helping us. Like he had the way of shooting it, like filming it, and he had all the contraptions to make it that one shot that went up into the window. So it's like building a team is important, dude. And that actually leads me to something I was thinking about earlier in the conversation, is how much better me and you work together than we do on our own.
For sure.
Because we hold each other accountable, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like one of us might be just slacking off that day, but the other guy might be like, yo, we got to get these shirts out, or we got to get this to this location to shoot this video. And we're like, all right, yeah, let's do it. But whereas if it's you by yourself, you might take that day off, you know, instead of like your brother or like you motivating me or me motivating you to go do something. You know?
Even with music, man, like sometimes I wish like you were just over, or like I had an engineer, because it would hold me accountable. Because like, I mean, I'm pretty good at motivating myself, but having that extra energy there to push you is just a game changer, bro.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of like before the Nate podcast, I remember being on your bathroom floor in so much pain, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And you even said, do you want me to call Nate and cancel it? Like he's kind of already on his way. And I'm like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Yeah.
Like even getting these guests on hold us more accountable. You know, like I could be feeling the worst ever, but I have to do it.
Yeah.
Like other people are involved.
Yeah.
That's important. And eventually, you know, having a big team, having 2 camera angles, and like I'm trying to manifest a team for us as well.
Yeah, definitely. I could see that. Yeah. Having somebody that does everything like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Oh my God.
That's just a bird, bro.
Damn,
Here, on that note, dude, let's take 10 seconds, all right? Let's take 10 seconds. Get some good breathing going. You want to?
Yeah.
Out in the fresh air. Actually, the clouds are getting pretty gray, but we got some time. We got 10 seconds. So let's do 10 deep breaths. You want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's settle this thing down a little bit. Ready?
All right, you lead it off, bro.
Okay. Do it with us, the audience. All right, we're going to take a deep breath in. Ready? Go. And exhale. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. Hold this one. Let it out. Yeah. That's nice.
I feel like a changed man, bro.
That was good.
It makes
That
me
was
want
really
to
good.
talk in like a soft voice now.
I want to get into that more, man. I really do. I want to get into
Meditation or breath work.
breathing, dude.
Telling you, bro. Look up Soma breathwork on YouTube
You do it every day,
every morning.
dude. I swear to God, I feel refreshed after that.
Oh yeah.
No joke. Dude, breathing, man. I read this thing. So it's The Way of the Superior Man. I believe is
Good
what
book.
it said it in.
Great book.
And it said, if you start feeling anxious, breathe into your anxiety. And you know how you can feel it in your stomach? You can feel that anxious feeling like bubbling up in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
You get that deep breath into your stomach, dude. Do that fucking 4, 5, 6, 10 times. Game changing.
Yeah, you're good to go.
I swear to God, dude. I seriously feel different now.
Yeah.
I feel
And-
more calm.
And you know what else could work too? Is like moving. Like moving, like even getting up and like, you know, walking around.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
That helps.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
That's great.
100%.
Learn that in personal training, bro.
Dude, breath. It's crazy how much just breathing can change things. Because, dude, think about it. You go day to day. Think about it. Breathing is something we do without thinking about it. Think about it. Breathing is something we do without thinking about it.
Yeah, but most people have like a lot of people have short breaths.
Yeah, they don't
And they
breathe properly. And
don't
I've
breathe
been
properly.
guilty of that.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they say you got to like breathe deep into your stomach like you're filling in a balloon. And then breathe in your stomach, fill in your chest. And then do the opposite. Exhale through your chest and breathe out your stomach. And then same. Sometimes I feel constricted though, dude. Sometimes I try to breathe into my stomach and I feel tight and tense.
Yeah. Yeah, you might even hear me on some podcasts sometimes. Like if you ask me a question, you might hear me go, and then I'll answer.
Yeah.
Because I know me, like sometimes I'm just too ahead of myself and I'll just start talking without thinking.
Yeah, me too.
I do that a lot
I think we did a
That's
couple
why I
times on this
stutter
podcast already.
today, especially with this damn nicotine. You know what's cool about GoPros?
Yeah, dude. Discreet.
35 minutes.
Yeah, it's like our timer.
That's crazy. I
Oh,
didn't
that
know.
it's still going.
I didn't know
Yeah.
it could record that long.
Yeah, I didn't know either, man.
Shit, that might
Shouts
be your
out.
second angle.
Yeah, for real, it will be.
You
It will
shouts
be.
out a lot of shit, bro.
That's a new thing, man. Yeah, giving flowers.
Shit, man. But
Trying
they need
give
to start,
bitches flowers.
paying us.
Banging us?
I mean, money's involved, you know.
Hey, $20 is $20. Let's go.
$20 is $20, baby.
Oh,
Get us some
shit,
soul
dude.
taco burritos.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it fucking feels good. There's a nice little breeze. Man, I can't wait. We're going to get this RV, bro. Dude, honestly, this might be the new spot until we get that RV.
Yeah.
Bring our guests here and shit.
Yeah. This would be a good spot.
Could be, dude. You see the birds and shit. Like, this is nice, bro.
And you know what I love about this spot? Nobody really knows about it.
Yeah.
And nobody can really get on unless you like live.
Yeah. Unless you
here.
got the key.
Yeah.
The secret key.
And we got the key.
We got the
We
key.
forever got the key.
We do got the key.
Dan, you ain't getting the key, bro. Till he gets on the. Well, he'll never listen to
Nah,
that
we're
shit.
going to get some millionaires on here, though, dude. And they're going to teach us the ways.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Yeah, we need to start getting people on like that got money.
Yeah.
Because I want to be surrounded by millionaires. Because I'm trying to be a millionaire myself.
Yeah. You are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Show me your 5 closest people. I'll show you who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
I'm you then.
Yeah, we got a lot
And
of
you are
similar
I.
characteristics, dude. Let's say the same thing at the same time in the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
What?
Trees.
Damn, man. I guess we're not
We ain't there
alike
yet. We ain't
as
there
much as
yet.
we thought.
No.
Our little niece called me Uncle Joe today.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, nah, man.
She said yesterday that
I'm
we
the
look,
more handsome
she's
one.
like, we look alike. Or she said, me and you look alike.
We
So
do.
you guys look alike. You got the same beard. That's why I shaved mine off.
Shit, man.
Nah, I like a shave. Dude, I feel like this podcast is spiraling out of control right now. Is it?
It might be. You know, sometimes we got some good shit in here. We talked about some cool shit. What's some dumb shit we could talk about?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Dogecoin's going
Everybody-
up. Our
everybody's-
Dogecoin.
Everybody's on that cryptocurrency wave.
I need to get into it, man. Like,
Yeah.
we need to start thinking like NRTs.
Yeah.
Like, we could do a dope NRT,
Yeah.
you know?
We'll look into that.
We should. We
Yeah.
should. We should. I'm trying to make some money. Make me
Yeah.
some money.
Yeah.
Say that with me. Let's make us some money.
We started off so good too.
Shit, man. Shit.
Nah, but yeah, man. Let's talk about why we think you are the people you surround yourself with. Why do you think that is? Because you are what you see type of thing. Like when you normalize something so much, you start to like you see somebody doing something so much.
Energy is contagious, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Energy is contagious.
It's like you are what you eat, but
Yeah.
you are what you consume too. You are what you consume through visualizing, like seeing people do things. Like, dude, you never. Okay, this is why. Because if somebody never told me about duplexes, I wouldn't have bought a duplex.
Mhm.
And there's people that hang out with people that don't talk about duplexes or in real estate and all that, so they have no idea.
Yeah, if you hang out with people that just smoke weed all day and play video games,
Yeah,
like you're gonna think like
that's the norm. Like,
that's the norm. Like,
that's your life.
Yeah,
That's what you create. You create your life through within. Like,
Yeah.
like, dude, I've thought this for a long time too. This is how I've always kind of seen it. Is like, you are in your own world. Like, you're part of my world. I'm part of your world, and we create our own worlds. You know, like you can choose to see how you want the world. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? If you want to see the world as a dark place, then you can see it as a dark place. And that comes from watching dark things. If you watch nothing but horror movies and scary movies and serial killer documentaries and podcasts, then that's what you're going to see in the world. You're going to see people getting robbed and shot every day if that's what you choose to look at.
if you watch the news, that's why I hate people like out in St. Charles County. Like a lot of them are scared to come to St. Louis because they watch the fucking
Yeah.
news. Like they don't actually come down here and associate with people down here because it's
Yeah.
not like that.
Yeah.
Like there's so much positivity in St. Louis
Yeah.
that just gets unnoticed.
Yeah.
That's why I like love what Luke's doing with STL Bucket List and shit like that. Shouts out.
Shout out.
But it's highlighting the good shit, man.
Yeah.
Like fuck the bad shit.
yeah.
Like don't brag about St. Louis being the #1 murder capital
yeah.
because that just pushes people away. That takes money away from the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I don't know if this is going to be weird shouting this. That's not going to be weird, but dude, I seen shout out to Tef Pope, bro, cuz
Shout
he's
out
been
to Tef
posting
Pope.
on his story about cleaning up like Martin Luther King and all that. Like, dude, I've been on those streets, like, you know, and it's parts like that it's dope that people are going down and like wanting to clean up, you know, like
Mhm.
that shit is fucking dope. So I don't know, you know, it'd be cool to get him on someday.
It'll
Get him on
happen.
the podcast.
It'll
yeah.
happen.
But
It'll
shouts out to
happen.
Tefpo and everything he's doing for the city,
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, people building up the community, man. Like the dark side, like the bad parts of town, the good parts of town, like just building up all the parts of town that, you know what I'm saying? Like building up the city,
Mm-hmm.
not even just the good parts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote.
Oh man.
But back to who you surround yourself with. Like that's why I love this podcast, man.
Yeah.
Because like Mike Romer, he was on.
Mm-hmm.
Never met him until that day.
Yeah.
But he inspired me to want to like. I just like what he said about documenting. Like you don't need to be
Yeah.
a photographer. Just like take photos to document.
Yeah.
You know, and like shit like that. Like just getting these different like introspective thoughts from people
Yeah.
that you normally wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't like when's another time I would run into Mike Romer and have the conversations that we had?
No.
Probably never.
Yeah.
You know. So that's why I love this because like we are kind of creating a little community within our podcast in a way.
Yeah. Big time.
You know.
Yeah. And meeting people that we, like you said, we wouldn't typically get to meet.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, going back to the whole like documenting thing, man, that's what I love about photography, dude, is literally it's creating art that you can look back on and be like, oh man, that's what was going on at that time. And I want to put this out there, dude. So for the longest time, I've been wanting to do a photo book. And I finally sat down yesterday and like went through all my photos from 2014 and just gathered like photos that I think could potentially make it to the book. So my goal is I'm going to put out a book this year. I'm going to put out a fucking photography book.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, and it's going to be dope. I don't want to say too much about it, but it's going to be dope, dude. And yeah, it's going to be fucking tight. But I've been wanting to do that for a long, long time. I just like, dude, I remember probably like 5 years ago, looking at this one website that can help me do that, and I got like a sample pamphlet and all that shit. So like I'm really gonna make it happen this year. Put out my first photography book.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you some flowers, bro. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, dude. Fuck.
No, but you are my favorite photographer.
Thanks, dude.
And it's not even because you're my brother. I think it's because, I don't know, like, you just got a raw fucking style, you know? And I don't think anyone really has that raw style like you do.
Yeah. You know what's actually amazing, man, is seeing your own growth. And that's another thing. Like, so I was going through these photos of back in 2014, and I was like, questioning if I even want to put them in the book because I think they're like trash now from this perspective. Even my photos from last year, dude, my photos have become so far from even just last year. And it's dope to know that every year I'm progressing in something that I love, you know? Because when I look back at my old photos, I'm like, man, what? Like, if I seen these today, I would not.
Trash.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking want to do nothing with them. But I think that's why it's important to put them in my book to show my growth.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And it's going to be cool a year from now. You're going to look at the photos now.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's kind of trash.
What was I thinking, bro?
You know?
Yeah.
I even went back to listen to some of our first podcasts.
Yeah.
And we said a lot of, like, good shit in them. But we weren't as good as we are today.
Yeah.
And then the next episode, we're going to be even better.
Yeah.
And better and better. And then worse. And then better and better.
Oh,
and
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
You know, because it's high and lows, you know, like.
Yeah.
I've learning about myself doing these podcasts, and I'm learning too, like, I'm an anxious motherfucker. And I try to overcompensate, like, caffeine and nicotine and stuff. And I realize that I do that from this podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a step back, you know.
Yeah.
And
trying not to overstimulate.
Overstimulate. Because it does the opposite. It's silly. Like, yeah, you're anxious, but let's get you more stimulated.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because I know what you're saying, dude, because you want to perform well on the podcast. So you're trying like, all right, in order to perform well, I got to load up on caffeine, nicotine,
I need that
all this
energy.
shit,
I need to
just
keep
to make sure. But then you overdo it, and it's like, oh, fuck. Now you're like jittery.
Now you're
and,
talking over everybody and
Yeah.
like just not even making sense.
Yeah. Yeah. But isn't it? It's awesome, dude. It's a good feeling to see that you're growing and doing better.
Yeah.
For yourself, like not even through other people's perspective. Like it's a good feeling to know like you're doing something that you love doing and you see yourself getting better.
Yeah.
Whether somebody says you're getting better, whether, you know, none of that
They
shit
say you're
matters.
getting worse. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing that you and yourself is doing better in your own eyes. It's a good fucking feeling.
Yeah. What's something that you've learned ever since we started this podcast, like about yourself or that you learn in general?
How curious I really am, you know? Like that's really what makes me, I think, a good host of a podcast is because I am curious.
Yeah.
You know, I'm curious to learn different perspectives more than I want to tell my own perspective.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to learn like about other people and like how they see the world. Cause it goes back to becoming who you surround yourself with, and you don't know something until you know it. So getting these guests on and like learning like different perspectives might help you become your better self.
Right.
Through learning something from somebody else.
Right.
You know, and I love to ask questions. I've always been that guy to ask a lot of questions. I've been called out on numerous occasions. Like, damn, you ask a lot of questions. Well, I'm a curious motherfucker, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good thing, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's how you never stop learning.
Yeah.
Like the moment you start learning, stop learning is the moment you start dying. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
You know? You think you can learn too much?
No.
You think sometimes like...
Oh, well, in a sense, yeah. Like how they say ignorance is bliss type shit.
Yeah.
And knowing more. Like they say, I think they actually say the people that know the most are the saddest.
Yeah.
Because you know.
That's the truth.
Because you know too much. You know, like, you know, the Matrix shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, inside the Matrix.
Like with my job, bro. Like I'm a meat manager. I manage a meat department. And this whole time I never thought that I was doing something that could be, you know, negative.
Yeah.
And then I started doing my research, and like it's shitty how like all these like industrialized cow farms are.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that made me hate my job. And, you know, and I'm currently trying to get out of my job, but sometimes it could be a trap a little bit, you know, because it's hard to make what I make now doing this podcast, you know.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen.
Well, dude, it goes back to balance. Like, you almost got to know that stuff, dude. Otherwise, yeah, you would be stuck. Like, if you did something your whole life and you never saw anything outside of doing that, then you would do that thing your whole
The
life.
rest of your life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you would, like, if you didn't want to know more behind the scenes, then yeah, you could happily be chopping up dead cows and shit or whatever, you know? But if you look inside, you look deeper into it and you're like, man, this is what I'm contributing to, you know, then
makes you want
to do better.
Take a step to get out of that direction. Yeah.
But I definitely could see how, like, the more you know, the sadder you could be.
Yeah.
You know, because ignorance is bliss. I mean, you don't know, dude, you could easily not pay attention to what's going on in the world and be as happy as ever.
Yeah.
Or you could pay attention to what's going on in the world and realize how fucked up people are.
Yeah. I go in cycles, bro. Like, with, like, reading books and shit. Like, I'll go through a phase of, like, reading book after book for a few weeks. And then it'll get to a point where, like, I don't want to read nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to listen to music and enjoy my life.
Yeah.
So that's, like, the phases I go in.
Same.
Like, right now I'm in a music phase. Like, I don't really care about listening to podcasts or this, that, and the third. I'm just, like, in a music inspiring, creative space. But next week I might be, like, into the books, trying to learn.
Yeah.
So, and it's good to be self-aware to know when it's time to be, like, learning and then creating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I'm there with you too, man. Like, there's times where I'm like, man, I just want to, like, learn something. I want to grow right now. But then I'll put on a book and, like, start falling asleep or something. I'm like, man, I'm not feeling this book right now. So I'll put on a funny podcast just to keep my mood boosted, you know? Yeah. So it definitely comes in waves for me too.
Yeah. What inspires me to learn is my own insecurities.
Same.
Like, if I fuck up on a podcast, the next day I'm like, all right, how do I learn how to speak better?
Yeah, bro. That's my whole life, dude. I was, like, raised off Google.
Yeah.
I literally Googled everything growing up.
Oh, you especially as a kid, man.
Yeah, dude. I to deal with social anxiety, that's how I did it. I Googled how to stop being socially anxious.
Yeah.
Because there was times, I've said this many times, but when me, you, and a homie were hanging out, and I got socially anxiety, and I was like, this feeling sucks, dude. Like, I want to contribute to my friends. I want to be a part of the circle, you know? Like, I want to contribute. I don't want to just be there like a bump on a log. So I went home and Googled it, like, how to deal with this, how to deal with that, you know? And we had a friend, like, that would challenge us like that. And we questioned many times if we should still be his friend.
Yeah.
And then it came to my realization, like, well, it's not him making me feel like that. It's me making me feel inferior to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I need to learn how to deal with that on my own, because this is a good friend, you know, and I don't want to not be his friend because I feel insecure.
Yeah.
I want to be not insecure and be his friend, people's friend, you know?
So sometimes ignorance is not bliss.
Yeah.
Because I remember me being a kid, I was kind of a chubby kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that this is what it is. Like, Joe's the skinny one and I'm the chubby one.
Mm.
That's because I didn't know about working out. I didn't know about like eating the right foods, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes ignorance is not bliss.
Yeah.
You know? Like, if it wasn't for you wanting to learn how to speak better or overcome your insecurities, you wouldn't learn that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
well, dude, it's funny.
I disagree with the ignorance is bliss thing sometimes.
Yeah, think about it, dude. There's literally two different sayings. There's ignorance is bliss, and then there's knowledge is power. Those are two sayings.
Yeah.
And they both go against each other.
Yeah.
You know? Or they could go together, but, like, I think knowledge is potential power, first off.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
without
power.
action.
Yeah.
It's not shit.
Yeah, you got to know. Like, I think it's good to know things, but if you don't do anything about knowing those things, then it doesn't mean anything. But it is funny how those two sayings go against each other. Like, ignorance is bliss, but knowledge is power.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, what do you want to be, blissful, or do you want to be powerful?
See, that's what's bad about self-help books a lot of times. A lot of people think, like, just reading the books is doing the work.
Yeah.
That's not the work at all.
Yeah.
The work is actually putting in action.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know people that just dwell in their suffering, and they probably read self-help books, but they don't act upon it to try to get out of that state.
Yeah.
You know, so it does them no good.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. That's the funny thing about the human mind, though, dude, is it's so hard to break through that subconscious wall, you know? And, like, it's hard to change. It really is hard to change.
It is.
Because I've listened to hundreds of, I don't know about hundreds, but I've listened to many fucking self-help books, and I'll have to listen to it 4 or 5 different times just to even get a grasp of what they're saying, you know? So it's hard to, like, and then that takes time to do that. and sometimes you just want to learn about something else, but you still got to establish this book, you know what I mean? So it is hard to like break through that wall. It's a powerful thing, man, because you think about the subconscious. All right, so I'm 27 years old, or 26, about to turn 27, and my subconscious has been building up that wall for 26 years, you know, and I think in 1 year I'm gonna be able to break through that.
No.
Yeah, dude, it's like it's really
Brick
a
by brick.
lifestyle. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a lifestyle. You really gotta like focus on growth and keep hammering at that wall until you break it down, you know?
Yeah, that's why I honestly believe like when you have anxiety, it's good to like go that direction. Like if you're anxious about doing a podcast or anxious about meeting up with somebody, that's a sign that you should be doing it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get that feeling, it's like, fuck that. Like, I don't want to feel that. I'm not going to ever
Do that again.
grow.
Yeah.
That's basically saying you're never going to grow.
Yeah.
Because as you know, our anxiety is less and less every time we do a podcast.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier to talk on the camera on Instagram. It's easier to talk on this mic. You know, it's easier to talk to guests.
Yeah.
And without us doing that first one, the second one, third one, we wouldn't be growing to be who we are today on the podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Because, dude, there's been times where I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm just having anxiety about going to Backbone Shop because it was our first, like, on-the-go podcast, you know?
Yeah.
And the moment we got into the building, it was like all that fucking shit went away.
Yeah.
And if we never made it to the building, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. How crazy is that?
It's crazy, dude.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Fucking crazy.
Fucking insane, dude. Well, we're at 56 minutes, dude. You want to wrap this bad boy up? Or you got more you want to talk about? Should we show the people the view, or should we just do it?
Let's show people the view.
All right. You want to end it on this then?
Yeah, let's end
Dude,
this.
let's talk. Actually, let's end it on this. Let's end it like a real fucking YouTube podcaster motherfucker. Like and subscribe. People, listen. I'm new. We're both new to this YouTube world. Liking and subscribing is very important. If you want to see us continue this, you got to subscribe. You got to like our videos. It helps with the algorithms, all that shit.
Yeah, it helps with my manifestation, bro. 500
Yeah.
subscribers by July. Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir. Let's fucking
This is a community. It's
subscribe.
not even me and him. It's not me
Yeah.
and you. It's
Yeah.
a community that we're
Yeah.
trying to create right now.
Yeah, and we literally cannot do it without the people that listen and fuck with our shit.
Yeah.
So
Everybody who listens to our podcast, man, we fucking love you. Honestly.
yeah,
Honestly.
definitely.
Even if it's not the views that we want right now, I'm grateful for fuck that. I'm grateful for every view.
Yeah,
Like if we get 50 views on this episode, I'm grateful for that.
yeah, me too.
'Cause that means 50 people watched our
Watched it.
shit, watched
Yeah.
our bullshit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
That's
we do.
cool,
Sometimes
man.
we bullshit. Sometimes we go deep. That's us.
That's us,
That's
man.
here and now.
That's us in a mix.
Yes, sir. Episode 23.
Yes, sir.
Jordan. Let's cut that out.
All right, let's show 'em the
We'll
views.
cut that out.
Let's show them the views real
Thank
quick.
you for watching. We're going to show you guys the view right now. And yeah, thank you. Like
Yes,
and subscribe.
sir. Tune in next week.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
You are here and now with Brandon and Joe. I'm Joe.
And I'm Brandon.
Here and now.
Here
and now. That was a good episode, dude. That was good.